What's going on, my guy? We are entering, this is week 11 of 2025. The mind of me. So recap, you know how we do. We always start out talking about how these gym sessions and working out going or ain't. This week, trash. Again, we ain't mentioning that gym thing. I ain't even getting no rugs in, so whatever. And even with the bike, the spinning or whatever, I only got 3 in. I don't know. Same as I had said before, a lot of these nights, man, like I had to get up early today, we'll get to that. I'll do that next. But even with like last night, it was like, yo, I don't know, man, like 9, 10 o'clock, and I am out of vitamins, so I don't know if it's because I ain't got no vitamins, but 10, 11 o'clock, I'm going to sleep. And some nights it be like, man, I'm talking walk in the house, shower. I ain't even hungry. Or if I am hungry, whatever I'm eating, I'm finna eat this in the bed. Because as soon as I take the last bite, I'm closing my eyes. So we've been missing some nights. But we're getting back on track. And again, like I said, we'll do the gym and all that. So we still haven't uploaded no videos. And today, now the other day I had did it on Friday. It's Saturday now. Whatever. Don't judge me, judge your mama. But so when I do that, that's why it's important that I get back to doing it on Wednesdays, because it's stuff that I want to say, like updates, but it's a week 12 update, so we're not going to include them. So I gotta just be mindful and cognizant of what I'm saying. But so what we had, I met my NC Works counselor, Mr. Greer. Attitude check, Bronco pride. He went to FSU as well, so we really hit it off, man. And it was just a blessing in disguise. As soon as he sat down, he started talking about making money and, millionaire talking. That's right up our alley. So I was like, man, this is before I even know to hear Bronco. So we sit down and just, go on like striving for goals and, finances and investing and stuff like that, stuff that I need to hear and that I listen to on the regular. I'm like, all right. The irony was they almost switched me to another advisor. So like, he called me, we sent some emails back and forth or whatever, but I hadn't seen him. I thought I might have seen him there. He was one of the 2 or 3 guys I see consistently. He wasn't any of those. I'd never seen him. So, like I said, I go up there because the lady sent me an email. Now, I sent out my paper. Everything that they said I needed to send, I sent in all of my paperwork. So, I get an email that morning from a lady. And I'm like, okay, she's at NC Works or whatever. And I'm like, all right, I need to turn in some more stuff to her. I thought I turned everything in to him. So I'm like, you know what? I was out and about. I was getting my oil changed. I was like, I'm just going to stop by there. It's Monday morning. I'm just going to stop by there so we can get some straightening or whatever. Go in, and I'm speaking to the receptionist. And I'm like, yeah, I got an email this morning, but I turned in all my paperwork like last week, so I'm just trying to see what's going on. The lady that sent me the email, she comes to the front, and she's talking to me. I'm like, yeah, no, I've already turned this stuff in. I have a career counselor. I gave him all my paperwork. He happens to walk up. And so, they, this is E, whatever. Me and him speak, and him and her, get it situated where it's like, whatever, I don't know, something with their system. I shouldn't have been on her list. So he comes out, like I said, start talking to money talk, cool, we rap about that. Like I said, cool, smooth brother. Military, of course, Vietnam, Fort Bragg. Grew up down there, so, short, suited and booted, bald head, mini, goatee or whatever. And we just rap. All know to be my pops, the brothers in the 60s or whatever. Again, well spoken. So we just sit and rap, man, and he tell me some stories, some people he done helped out and things like that, and we really hit it off. And at the end, he like, man, you know what? Because I'm like, we know it. I've been saying like, hey, if we can just get a job to take care of the biz and this Lyft Uber thing, can go towards supplementing and getting savings and covering our dreams and businesses or whatever, that'd be straight. So he was like, man, I got something for you. It might not be what you want, might not be, it ain't up the alley or whatever, but put some money in your pocket, and it'll take, some of that wear and tear off of your car. So I had this lady reach out, whatever, so we got an interview schedule set up and all that or whatever. So that's that. The lady calls me, right? She called me, we rapping doing our 1-2-1-2, and she's like, well, I know that you're not working, but what are you doing? I'm like, I told her I started a business. I'm working on my business. So I've been doing that, pretty regularly, and I do Uber and Lyft, stuff like that or whatever. I do gig work and I'm working on my business. So as I'm telling it's furniture assembly business, whatever. I'm actually doing the Lyft ride. So she started talking about her experience with Lyft. And then we get to a stop, and the lady that I'm dropping off, she's like, hey, excuse me. So I'm like, what's going on? She's like, I got some furniture coming in like 2 weeks. Will you put it together? Will I? Stop playing with me. So give her my number or whatever, and she's like, yes, I'm gonna call you. I'm like, I'll be here. So that was pretty dope, man. Like the fact that, you know, that further reinforced what I was saying before about the guy that told me about in Thailand how they advertise on the back of the headrest. I'm like, I gotta get my stuff. So, you know, until we got some things coming together, whatever. So that was pretty dope, man. That was like the only Lyft ride that stood out. But it was like the irony of that, like, and she like, no, I'm saying like, can you? Yes, I can certainly put the stuff together. All you gotta do is call me later. I'll be there. So, like I say, that was dope. Of course, nothing came as far as the, you know, Spectrum Goodwill thing. They had me like they sent me something in email, but I've been busy, man, this last week. I'm gonna get to that or whatever. So, you know, of course, we always gotta bring up Miss Maria because I stopped by there. I said I'm gonna give her a break this week. So if I remember correctly, I ain't seen her this week. I ain't stopped by. I was like, you know, give her a week or two break because I'd be on, you know, over here, and me and this woman be talking for an hour. She got work to do, so, you know, I ain't gonna go by there. But she got me to check out, like I was saying, the prices of the shaved ice machines and, you know, business cards and stuff like that, man. And the business cards was way cheaper than I thought. Like 500 business cards is like $25. What? Okay. I'm, you know, gonna get the magnets for the doors with my business advertising that, so people in the car and outside the car can see. If you need something assembled, come my way. So that's it as far as that goes. I've added Thumbtack is the one. I haven't got any jobs off Thumbtack yet. Like with their system, you gotta like pay for what's called leads or whatever. Which, I mean, it's not bad because I guess it shows the job, like whoever is hiring for the job, like, hey, you know, this is Leave It To Me Assembly. This guy, he seemed like a good fit, whatever. And then, you know, me and that person can start a conversation. But them automatically sending that is called a lead. I gotta pay for the lead. So, like, I've done 0 jobs on that. And I owe them people like $60 because they gave me leads, but I didn't get the job. You know what I'm saying? No fault of mine, just I didn't get the job. So it's like, Uncle Phil, he was on there too, and he was like, oh, nah, you can turn them off. I'm like, yeah, I got to, because I ain't finna be spending money every week and I'm not even getting jobs from there. I'm better off sticking with Angie's List or whatever, you know, like, at least if I claim it, I'm good, I got it, you know what I'm saying? But with Thumbtack, you can set your own price or whatever, so it's like, man, that's kind of dope. So I put all my jobs, like, that I do from Angie's List, I put the pictures on there, so it's like, but the people can only see it if I reach out. So like, again, they can't see me because I have my business hitting to turn the leads off or whatever. They can't see me just if they go search. But if they post a job and I'm like, yo, that's something I want to try, whatever, I can holler at them and then they can see, oh, wait a minute, nah, this dude done put some stuff together, he all right, whatever. So I'm on Thumbtack. It's another one, I think it's called AirTasker, that I started. I came across it, like I say, Miss Maria B, you know, boom. So I'm like, man, it's more than just, you know, Thumbtack, Tasker, and Angie's List. It's more than that. So I looked up AirTasker or whatever, and I hop on there, I'm looking at some of the stuff, and there was a guy that he wanted a toilet seat, needed a toilet seat replaced. So I'm like, is bro talking about the 2 screw, like, unscrew the 2 screws, take it off, and put a new one on? That's it? Yes, that's what he was talking about. So I'm like, yeah, hey, I can do that. What's up? So this was actually on Wednesday. I'm like, I can do that. He was like, when? I'm like, in a day. What's up? So he like, yeah, that'll work. Say less. So I set it up, schedule it, on the way to Caza Boy, karate, boom, head to the south side, walk in, with the toilet seat right there on the floor. Boom, say less. He didn't even have, the toilet seat that he had in there didn't even have both the screws. It only had one screw. Unscrew one, open plastic, put on, 1 screw, 2 screw, red screw, blue screw, screw these on. Hey, I was in like 3.5 minutes. That's the quickest I ever made whatever I made off of, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I called my brother and told him, hey man, I just made this in 3 minutes. He stopped playing. I be trying to tell my brother about these things, like, hey, it's money out here to be got. I can get you to the job if it's a ride. Don't let that stop you. Like, start booking you some work. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. So that was cool. got that one, like I said. So we on Air Tasker and did a job my first day on there. And let me see. I gotta make sure I don't include any of this shit in me. I got my business book right here. So today is what, like the 22nd or something like that, I believe. Today is the 22nd. So what do we have since from Wednesday to Wednesday? Hang on. For Leave It To Me Assembly, from Wednesday to Wednesday, we had, that wasn't Wednesday, that was Thursday, because I was doing what's called, let me see. I ain't got nothing to know the date. Let me see, today is it the 22nd? Today is the 22nd, so that means Friday 21st, Thursday 20th, Wednesday the 19th. So let me see. Wednesday the 19th, we'll go back to the 13th. Yeah, we'll go to the 13th. Okay, cool, yeah. So, man, hey, been busy, you hear me? Out here. So, I've had 1, 2, 3, 4. Done did 4 jobs. Was that 4 or 3? Hang on. So since last Wednesday, that math ain't mathing for me. I feel like I didn't do this right. Maybe I did. I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and cover the ones that I see on here. So I did another desk. I did a desk on the 13th. I did a TV stand. That TV stand took a little grip. Like, I don't know. The desk be easy. Like, desks, I can knock them out in no time. I did a TV stand. That took me like 4 hours. I did a dresser. That took me 4 hours, but now the TV stand was all me. It just took me a while to do it. And that's what, like, again, that's something I'm learning. I have to be more clear on the instructions to make sure I'm paying attention to every little detail, because if you aren't, it'll throw you off. So with the TV stand, I started off wrong, and like that threw me off, and I had to undo some stuff, and that probably added at least another 45 minutes to the job. So that, you know, and then the same thing with this dresser that I did on the 16th. I did a dresser on the 16th, which would have been Sunday. Yeah, I think that was Sunday. I did a dresser on Sunday, early in the morning. I was there like 7 o'clock. I ain't get done like 11, it took forever. But the back panels, like, I'm seeing them, and I'm like, that'll be the thing. I saw this, and I'm second guessing, like, yo, at some point, if I get too far, I don't think I better put these back panels in here, you know, to cover it. But I'm like, well, I don't see it. And it was cool, because, like, I was able to show the customer, like, hey, you see how the top panels, it shows arrows, like, slide in at this step. But you should have put the bottom panels in before the top. But again, I'm like, waiting to see arrows. No, it was on the page before, no arrows, with a whole bunch of other little screws and stuff I'm twisting and tying in. So it was like, so I showed him, and he was like, well, can you still get it on? I'm like, yeah, I can, you know, nail it in or whatever. So he was satisfied, still gave me a 5-star review or whatever, but stuff like that. I don't want it to be an asterisk beside this 5-star, or when you're going to rate me, you question it, or, you know, this ain't flush or high. No. So again, I'm, you know, make sure you're paying attention. I'm working on that. So I did that, and then I got my first job that I couldn't do the day after that. It was on Monday. I'm down in South Carolina, and I was already like about this job, because it seemed like a big one where I might need a helper. I'm pretty sure I could have did it on my own, but I'm big on stuff being balanced and symmetrical in the line. So I get here, and the lady's like 8 months pregnant. Like, she's about to pop, and the organizers for the baby's room that she's pregnant with. So I'm like, okay, get in here, and I'm like, show me where we're at, take me upstairs, get my tools and stuff, sit down. Luckily, I hadn't pulled everything out yet, but she had opened the box. So I'm looking at the instructions, you know, that came with it, and I'm like, the very first page, hammer, cool, got a hammer. Drill, cool, got a drill. Wrench, cool, got wrenches. Pliers, cool, got pliers. Screwdriver, cool, got screwdriver. Saw what? The movie? No, a hand saw or a circular saw. I ain't got no saw. I'm putting stuff together. Why would I need to cut something? So live and learn. I'm like, oh man. So I had to call her back. Hey ma'am, I'm so sorry. this job requires a saw. I can still do it, but I don't have a saw. We may have to reschedule, whatever. And it kind of worked out anyway because I ended up needing to go check on one of my brothers. He just needed me to come rap with him and, you know, reel him back in, get him all right. So it was a blessing in disguise or whatever. She wasn't mad. I still made money that day. I just went to Uber and Lyft that day. And then, so that was on Monday. Yeah, that was on Monday. And then the last time I did on Wednesday was that, So that was that with all the jobs. And, you know, so I'm learning I need to add more tools. I know I got to get a saw now and stuff like that, but it's been real smooth, man. Like a lot of jobs coming my way, you know, people like, yeah. So I'm really big on, the last thing I'm narrowing down is as far as the phone. That's the only reason I didn't get the business cards. I went to Staples and checked it out. That's the only reason I didn't get the business cards. I'm like, do you want to put your personal phone number on there? Because I don't plan on changing my phone number no time soon. I can do a Google number, but you mess around and miss out, or, you know, mess up on a Google number, you don't get it or you lose it. So I'm like, do I want to just do something like Mint? I'm going to look into Mint today. I'm saying it tonight, Saturday, the 22nd. I'm going to check out Mint Mobile because that's the one, you know, $15. So we're going to check that out or whatever and see, because I have a phone already. So we can get this thing situated, and no later than next weekend, I should have my business cards. Because people ask, like, you got business cards? Hey, nah, man, I'm working on those so they can know I'm serious. Now look, you know, official. So working on the business cards. Still got to file the business name. I'm going to call about that I got a busy week coming up. Like, my week going to be busy, but it's a good busy. So I'm going to call about the business name. I got my air conditioner fixed. Downstairs, man, it wasn't heating at all. And so, like, you know, my brother had been telling me, because he stayed downstairs, like, yo, it's cold down here. Like, it be freezing. I have to sleep upstairs sometimes. I'm like, man, let me check. Turn the, you know, on, and I hear, like, the unit come on, but you don't feel no heat 5, 10, 20, an hour later. Like, nah, this ain't working. So they had a guy come out there, and he's like, yeah, man, this, like, a little element thing, it's burnt out, so I need to run to the storage and get one and come back. And I had to run and do something anyway, so that worked out just perfect. Neither one of the cars that were in the garage are in the garage. I got rid of the Acura, so boom, that's up out of there. And then the Audi is in the shop now. And man, it was kind of bittersweet seeing the Acura go, because when the tow truck guy came, it didn't have a battery in it. He put 2 jumper cables on there, like 2 jump boxes on there, and crunk it up with no battery. I'm like, I've never seen that. You live and learn something new every day. So now I know. You gotta have no battery in it. Put that thing directly on them jumper cables, and but you gotta have a strong jump box. So might have to invest in that moving forward just in case. But yeah, it feels so cool to see, like, I got space in my garage, so I like to say that fix the HVAC. And I scheduled to get the garage door fixed, but the day that they came out, the guy needed to order another part. The part came, so that's something supposed to be getting completed on Tuesday. We're supposed to get the garage door fixed on Tuesday, so I gotta make sure I'm home then. What else? I forgot the word of the day. I don't know what it is, so we'll worry about that next week. But yeah, man, then my dang on brother Monday comes, and yeah, it was Monday. Monday comes, like I said, I had to go to school already, you know, to get his mind right away, make sure he was straight. And then I get a call from the baseball people. I'm gonna wait and see, because they're saying that I'm gonna run out of time. I ain't got no space. Let me see.